don't even know what to say.
Not exactly the post we wanted to make this morning, but first of all, we wanted to say thank you for following along and watching our progress as we build our forever home. Last night, about 8 o'clock, we took the kids and went to town to fill up our propane bottles for the RV that we've been staying in while we're building our home. On our way home, we saw smoke in the sky and was really hopeful that it wasn't what we thought. By the time we got home, we realized that our RV and my car had completely went up in flames. Everything was a total loss in under 5 minutes as far as our living situation while we're building our home and my vehicle and some materials that we had stored near the RV for the new home. As far as the new home, all of that's fine. We're still gonna continue to build, just really pour into what we are doing there and what we know that God has led us to do, and God has a plan for all of that.
I'm almost positive that the electrical panel overheated because anytime the sun's up, the AC in that camper runs nonstop, and I had noticed the electrical panel, the cooling fan in it starting to sound a little funny, so I had got a small fan and set on the floor right in front of the panel, blowing into it to kind of help keep it cool. And the previous night, it kind of smelled like something was getting a little warm in there, but I got up and checked everything. There wasn't any smoke. I didn't see any shorts anywhere or any immediate problems. So I just kind of been keeping an eye on it. But I mean, I'm almost positive that's where it started. But yeah, the camper went up, and then our Denali was parked just 10 feet away, and it caught almost immediately. And the fire chief said within 3 minutes, the entire camper was burned completely to the ground, and the vehicle with it, everything inside. I mean, there's nothing left, it's just a metal frame, and just some charred remains. I had some tools and materials stacked under and nearby the camper, not a whole lot. Thankfully, most of my tools and most of the materials are stacked on the actual build site a couple hundred yards away, so all that was fine. We pulled up there right as it was all fully engulfed, and I was able to jump on the tractor and get it pulled away in time. It was so hot it burned my knee when I got on it, but thankfully it's fine. There's really no damage to it whatsoever. I had several jugs of gas and diesel sitting really close. The spouts on the cans melted and drooped over, but they never caught fire, thankfully. The well house is fine. The insulation in it started to melt, but I had some tools in there. That's all safe.
The kids' animals are all good. We did lose Ashlyn's bearded dragon. She's had for about 2 years. They were very close to, but
yeah, he's gone. Thankfully, both the dogs are okay. So the kids were happy about that, thankfully. But I mean, it was our home, so everything of value that we need to live was in there, and that's all gone now. So we got out with, I have a pair of shorts on, a t-shirt, and a pair of Crocs. That was all I have. And then each of us, had the clothes on our backs. That was it. We lost all of our clothes, shoes, everything.
Everything we owned when we sold everything. Just this time last year, we put the big things like our beds and things like that in storage. As far as everything else we had was in there. It's kind of like living in a cloud this morning. There's not really sure what you need to make it. We've been so blessed. Our church and our family and our community have come together like nothing I've ever seen to help us. Ben and I really like to help people, and being on the receiving end of that is
it's a little
weird. But we know people have such giving and gracious hearts, and that you want to help, and we've just been flooded with generosity, and we're so thankful for all of that.
I'm just so thankful that we weren't in there asleep, because the fire progressed so fast that if we'd been in there sleeping, I don't know that we would have been able to get out in time. it was definitely a miracle that it happened when we were gone. We weren't there, because I mean, even if I'd been standing right there when it first ignited, I don't know that I would have been able to get it put out, because it actually started if it started in the electrical panel where I think it did, that was underneath Sawyer's bed, so that would have went up immediately. And I mean, those campers are built to the bare minimum just to basically hold themselves together. So all the materials that thing's made out of are extremely flammable, so it went so fast. And all I have there is the well and the water hose, and I guarantee you that thing didn't put out enough water to get that fire put out in time.
We've had so many people reach out and ask what they can do, what we need right now. And honestly, our community, our families have just been amazing. We had insurance obviously on our vehicle, and we're gonna go get a rental later so that we have a place or a vehicle to move around. As far as the RV, we actually we're waiting on a title for it, so we were not able to insure our RV. So
Or any of the contents inside.
all of our contents, everything like that, is gonna just be a total loss and completely out of our pocket to replace. And that's hard because you don't really know exactly what you have and what you need to replace, especially when you're in a situation like this. Like I said, our family has given us a place to stay, and our church has just rallied around. Our pastors showed up last night with some basic necessities for us, and we're so thankful. I know it makes me feel very awkward to say, but I know a lot of people have asked just like what we need. We don't have a place to store anything that we are given right now, so we
Don't
would
have
be
the extra space
interested
for food or clothes, anything really.
if anyone has like a Connex or a building or something like that they're looking to sell or rent out. We would be interested in having something like that brought out there so that we can put what we do have and what we can salvage in there. Other than that, I know it's so hard to try to think of like how people can help you, or even to be like saying what you feel like you need without feeling like you're begging for help or anything like that. And that's not the case. We will be 100% taken care of, and we're relying on God, and we know that He's going to take care of us no matter what. But some immediate things that I'm thinking, as you know from our videos, we're outside all the time. Our kids lost their bikes, and so I told them I would like to get them new bikes today. I'm going to try to go to town and get that taken care of, just so they have something to continue to do while we get things cleaned up. And we're always taking help. If you want to come out and help, we're just going to be pouring into our home, trying to get that built so we can get moved in there and just continue to build what we've named Legacy Acres and grow stronger from this and teach our kids to rely on God through this situation. And we have no clue why we were chose for something like this, and no one does in the midst of a tragedy, but we do know that God has a plan, and when we're trusting in Him to show us that and be able to go on and use what He's given us to be able to help someone else one day.
So we'll go up to the property later and take some video of of what happened. We can let you guys see that, but we just want to make a quick update to let everyone know what happened.
Thank you guys so much for following along. We appreciate all of our friends and family, and just even people we don't even know, liking and sharing our videos and following along, trying to help us kind of build what we're doing here. And we're grateful, so very grateful for everything. And we thank you guys for just keeping us in your prayers. We covet that more than anything. Just continue to pray that we stay strong and that we can stay strong for our kids. And they're very torn up about it. Our 5-year-old, I think she was up till after 3, was listing things that she could remember was in the house, and then she'd cry, and then she'd list something else. And it's going to take a while for them to adjust. As adults, we know, and as parents, like, things can be replaced and their lives are more precious than any of it. But in a little kid's mind, the things that they valued the most are the things that they played with every day, or that someone had given them and were most memorable to them. And that's going to be really hard to be able to help them to be able to see the purpose in all of this and God's plan.
But we know that all things work together for good for those that love God and are called according to his purpose. So that's what we've devoted our lives to, is following Christ and showing that to others, and fulfilling the Great Commission in whatever way that God sees fit to bring to across our path. So we're going to continue doing that, if now more than ever before. So just pray that we're open to hear from the Holy Spirit, and that we will model the love of Christ to our children and to those around us from now on, every single day.
Thanks, guys, for following along, and thanks for your prayers.
Appreciate it.